In this video, I'll be talking about important concept which is reduced mass. Reduced mass concept in SHM. So understand. Let us have there is a spring block system. So let's say there is mass m1 which is connected via a spring which has a spring constant k, and there is another mass m2. It is placed on horizontal plane. So spring block mass system is kept on smooth horizontal floor. Now suppose that if this system is doing SHM, if system of spring and mass perform SHM, then find angular frequency and time period of SHM. So again, this is a unit type important question, and I must say you should remember this formula to apply in the question. Okay, assumption you need to remember that spring is massless. Okay, spring is massless. This is important. So what we do usually, what we do in SHM, we will be doing the same things, right? What? So suppose that this is our mass m, this is what the spring. So let's say I stretch this block up to x2 displacement, and let's say this block as x1 displacement. Which one? m1. This is m2. That means if you see the FBD of the spring will try to restore its ends, right? So that means there will be restoring force, which is, if stiffness is k, that means this will be k x1 plus k x2 and k x1 plus x2. That means total elongation will be taken into the consideration. So total elongation is equal to x, which is x1 plus x2, right? Now here I need to use a concept of relative motion, right? So relative acceleration will come into the picture, so because otherwise it will be very tough to solve. So suppose that if I assumed that instantaneously, obviously this block will have the acceleration a1. Why? Because if I see the FBD of m1, you will see that there will be a force which is F, let's say, and of course that F is equal to minus of kx in SHM, right? And here this will become nothing else minus k x1 plus x2. So this will become kx. Now this F force is there, so obviously there will be a1 acceleration in this diagram, and if you see the mass m2, then force will be in this direction, then of course a2 acceleration will be in this direction. So what I need to do, if I calculate a relative means acceleration of a1 or m1 with respect to m2, right? So in this situation what we do, we used to take this at rest, which one? Second one. And then we write a relative is equal to a1, and of course if this is into the consideration, then the acceleration of the mass m2 will be add up in m1, because both directions are opposite. So that means there is another acceleration which I need to take in the consideration, because a1's direction is towards positive x-axis. So a1 minus, we know the relative, minus A2. So that would be simply A1 plus A2. So that would be the relative acceleration here. And once I achieve the relative acceleration, then I can write individual accelerations A1, A2. What are the values of A1 and A2? So let us remove this. So pretty interestingly, if you see the FBD, this was the mass m1, force F was there. So A1 can be written as simply F divided by m1, and likewise A2 can be written as F divided by m2. That is the meaning of A1 and A2. So A relative is equal to A1 plus A2. We can substitute the values. So F by m1 plus F by m2. And A relative, we can take F common. This is 1 upon m1 plus 1 upon m2. So A relative will be is equal to, the value of F is nothing else minus kx. This is minus 1 upon m1 upon m2. Correct. So now what I can do, this is minus kx, take LCM. So this is m1 m2, and in numerator this will be m1 plus m2, right? So what I can do here, I can write A relative is equal to minus k, and this mass can be written as m1 m2, and this can be written as m1 upon m2, right? Can we write like this? Yes, definitely, because this numerator can be taken into the denominator of m1 m2, and then we had that x. Now interestingly, I am trying to make in such a way such that it looks like SHM's equation. So minus k divided by m1 m2 upon m1 plus m2. If you take this in the bracket and if you are remaining with x, you can clearly observe this is the equation of SHM, right? Because in equation of SHM, a relative or any acceleration will be proportional to its displacement, which is I am observing here, right? That means I can compare this equation with our SHM's equation or SHM's acceleration. So in SHM, A will be given as minus omega square x, where omega is going to be the angular frequency, and of course this was the task, one of the tasks to calculate angular frequency. So minus omega square is nothing else minus k upon m1 m2 upon m1 plus m2 on comparison. So this is cancelled out. So omega will be is equal to under root of k by m1 m2 upon m1 plus m2, right? And likewise this time period will be given to be t is equal to 2 pi under root of m by k. So here time period is t is equal to 2 pi under root of m by k. This is the general time period in SHM. So now from here we can calculate the SHM time period is 2 pi by omega, which is 2 pi under root of k upon m1 m2 upon m1 plus m2, and this will be equal to 2 pi under root of m1 m2 upon m1 plus m2, that will go on top, and k will be in denominator. So in equation there will be little bit change. Instead of this mass I will write reduce. This is reduced mass. This mass is said to be the reduced mass. So I can write m reduced is equal to m1 m2 upon m1 plus m2, correct? So now after, by putting this value directly, we can calculate the value of time period of SHM. Like I'm giving you one example so that you will be further much more clear in these questions. So here let us remove this. So I can take one example, like same situation. There are two blocks. One is of let's say 2 kg connected to one spring, one is of 4 kg, and stiffness K is given to be 10 Newton per meter. Now somebody asks, tell me the time period, then directly you can apply t is equal to 2 pi under root of m reduced by k, and initially you can calculate m reduced is going to be m1 m2 upon m1 plus m2. So now this will be 2 into 4 upon 2 plus 4. This is 2 into 4 upon 6, 3. This is 4 by 3. So m reduced is going to be 4 by 3. So if you substitute this value, m reduced is 4 by 3 upon k is 10. So now we can find t is equal to 2 pi under root of, this is 2, this is 5. So this is 2 by 15. This will be your answer in seconds. Okay. So yes, it is pretty easy to use, but before that you need to understand the concept, how to apply it. Okay. Now you can solve n number of questions on the basis of this concept. This is pretty used, and also this is also used in nuclear physics also, when there is an atom and two electrons, or probably one different proton and electrons revolve around the atom. So yes, this is also there. It will be very helpful. Okay. Yeah.